We used to be extreme kids, now we all got mortgages. We used to be cool, now that time has gone. Get the fuck off our lawn.
Buenos dias, amigos, and welcome to El DadBodPod. My name is Andrew.
My name is El Brian.
El Brian O.
Yep.
And today, we are talking about Cinco De Mayo. I decided to do the thing early today. Don't worry, we'll get through all of our shit, but I really like pushing the buttons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Brian, how was your week, dude?
Dude, I had an awesome week.
Yeah?
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, I got to see some concerts with you.
Fuck yeah.
I spent some time with my kid.
That's always good. Always
Between just
needed.
those two things, made my week perfect.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Yeah, man, the concerts were lit. That's what we're going to start with.
Yeah.
So we went to see... Okay, let's talk about this festival.
Yep.
When we first looked up the times, we were like, oh, wow, 12 to 6? Us being old men, we were like, that's perfect. We'll get home before 9.
Yep.
We'll get out in time for our senior citizen discount. Brian, what happened when we got there?
We got there and the first two bands played for an hour apiece, and there were 10 bands. And so now it was already 3 o'clock, and I'm like, they're not going to scrunch all the rest of the bands into
Big name bands, too.
3 hours. Yeah, big name bands.
Mm-hmm.
So finally, like, we go and we're trying to find a set list, and I talked to this dude, and he's like, oh, no, bro.
You're here for a while, bro.
Yeah. This
Settle
is
in.
over at 11. I'm like, okay.
Uh-huh. And that wouldn't have been a problem
If we knew.
if we knew. I mean, it wasn't a problem. It wasn't a problem because I wound up having a great day.
Yeah.
But like the old men that we are, what did we do for the first half of the day?
Sat and people watched.
And judged angrily at
Yep.
everything. But while we were people watching, we were treated to a show.
Yep.
There was literally a cock and beaver fight.
Yep.
So that was fun. These two dudes, what did we decide they were on?
It had to have been either crack or PCP.
Something. Because that one dude wound up flipping the table.
He-
I don't think it
aggressive.
was crack because he was eating so much.
I know. And I don't know enough about PCP to know if you eat.
Darmy, if there's anybody out there that knows a lot about PCP, please chime in. DADDBODDBAND
Angel
gmail.com.
dust. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, but those guys were fucked
But
up.
they were blacked out but aggressive. You can say booze, but it was not booze.
No, because he walked in a straight line
Right.
after almost killing his friend.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it was a weird crowd at that show.
It was.
But when the music that we wanted to see got started, it was a cool show.
It was tight.
Yeah, we saw 311. We saw, we heard Unwritten Law.
Yep.
We saw Sublime.
Yep. Goldfinger.
Goldfinger. So let's talk about what happened to me at Goldfinger. So,
Yep.
all right, Goldfinger is arguably like the band that got me into punk rock music,
Me
right?
too.
And the song by the band that got me into punk rock music was their cover of 99 Red Balloons. I'm pushing 40, Brian, and I've never seen Goldfinger before.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever see them again, right? They started playing 99 Red Balloons, and I'm like, motherfucker. And you know me, and if any of you have been listening for any amount of time, you guys know me. I really like to jump in the crowd, and I don't want to bash into people, but inside the mosh pit is enough room for me to dance, and that's what I want to do is dance badly.
Right.
Like, and so it's like if I accidentally punch somebody from my bad dancing, it's fine because it's a mosh pit.
Right.
Anyways, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be here for another. At that point, it was like another 7 hours or something.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I really can't afford to get fucking laid out, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna wait till the last half of this song. I'm gonna jump in this pit.
Yep.
And so the last chorus started right before the guitar solo, and I handed you my phone.
Yeah, you tapped me on the shoulder, handed me your phone, and I was like, I know what's happening.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going in. And so I went in and I had a great time. There was a kid with a big spiky bracelet on. Just because it's a punk show. Thanks a lot, security. Anyways, the song was great, and we get out. And what did you do?
What did you do? So I was following behind him on the way out. And I forgot that Andrew does not do well with blood.
My own blood. Well, blood in general, but yeah, my own blood, I'll fall out.
Yep. So I'm following behind him, and I go, hey, Andrew. You know your shirt's covered in blood, right? And he was like, what? What?
Is it
bad?
mine?
Is it bad? I was like, it's not that bad.
I'm such a little bitch.
And then you were like, take my phone, take a picture of it. I want to see how bad it is. I take a picture. He's like, it's really fucking bad.
It's so
What do you mean
bad.
it's not that bad? It looked like art.
It did hurt. I got
No,
stabbed.
It looked like art
Oh, it looked like art.
to me. Yeah.
So earlier that day we had witnessed this beaver and cockfight, and
Yeah.
at one point the beaver, I think, was laid out on the ground, and everybody was like judging him for being too fucked
Right.
up. To include myself, I was like, how would you get that fucked up in public? No, I would never be laid out in public. Fast forward like 4 hours later, and what's going on, Brian?
You laid out.
I'm laid out. People are stepping over me, and you're just like, he's fine. He's fine.
Yep.
And I finally, I'm like, Brian, I needed to do something. So I stood up, which I probably shouldn't have done, and I found the first black lady that I could find.
Where's the medical tent?
Yeah, and she was like, oh, Lord, child. She walked me clear across the festival. She was like, don't pass out on me now. And that's why I was like, you're going to keep me going.
Yep.
Anyways, we got to the tent, and they slapped a big old Band-Aid on me and laughed about it while I was like on the floor trying to regain my composure. And then the cops come over and like, hey, buddy, how much have you had to drink? Fucking nothing, asshole.
All right.
Anyways, that was the first half.
Yep.
Right? And then literally the next day, anybody that says we don't know how to party, yo, we still got it. We know how to party. The next day,
We went and saw Wheeler Walker Jr.
but we fancied it up, dude,
Oh, yeah, we
didn't
did.
we? And I've got pictures that I'm going to put up there. We have got, I mean, you just dressed to the nines, dude. Rhinestone cowboy
Yep.
all day. And we got there, we met, it was such an interesting crowd. There was like super toxic masculine dudes.
Right.
But then there was like this weird sort of breed that was like these old Hank Hill types with these women that are way too young for them. And all they want to do is drink beer and watch these girls show off their titties.
Yep.
Because that's all that happened.
Yep.
There was so many. Wheeler Walker Jr. was amazing.
It was awesome.
It was an awesome show. We had an awesome time. We lost $100.
Yep.
Brian, we did a scratchy, and then we did the slot machine. Maybe we shouldn't gamble.
Yeah, no, it's not our thing.
Not at all. We are not lucky.
No.
Anyways, and then, you know, just to put a little cap on it all, last night, what did we do? We decided that we were going to, this new theater just opened right by our work, right down, and it used to be the theater that I worked at, and I hadn't been there before, so I was like, we need to treat ourselves to a nice, relaxing, just night out where we can just go have some dinner and watch the new Godzilla movie. I just wanted to watch the Godzilla movie. But Brian, we're old fucking men, and I don't get off work until 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Right? So, oh my God, instantly they make that shit way too comfortable nowadays. The tickets were so expensive too.
Yep.
They were like $27 for the both of us. And fucking,
It's an expensive nap, bro.
yeah. I don't remember much of the movie. But hey, it's cool. At least we tried.
The intro is cool.
Yeah, the like first 5 minutes was really cool.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, shall we move on from all that?
Yep.
All right, new business. Brian, I've said this and I'm going to continue to say it. We got to get a camera in here so that we can put your beautiful. What is the problem?
Nothing.
Oh. So that we can put your beautiful face all over the internet even more than it already is. People seem to love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, our highest grossing videos have you all over them. But for real though, you know what we should get? DadBod LLC. We
Yep.
should get a new bass guitar, I feel like. Because the last time we tried to use that bass guitar was
Yeah.
remember that was shitty. So Darmy, if you guys want us to get a new bass guitar, let us know by subscribing, I guess.
Yep.
Speaking of subscribers, we got a lot of them. And if you want to know how many, go check
We're
us
at
out.
410.
415.
Yes.
415, yep. But you know what? That causes me to get exhaustedly. Oh shit. What was it, Brian?
Erected.
Okay, sure. We're exhaustingly aroused. You said aroused.
Yes. Aroused.
Same thing.
There you go.
Same thing. All right, man. Listen, it's it's going to be Cinco de Mayo.
Yep.
But right now it's the 3rd, and I was under the impression that the Mexican restaurant was going to celebrate tonight. They're not. So this whole bit that I'm about to do, just pretend. Hey, Brian, the Mexican restaurant sure does sound lit down by the plaza. Isn't it crazy how the Irish restaurant gets all the barricades and permits, and the Mexican restaurant has like a pickup truck?
Yep. It's crazy.
We're also going to talk about Cinco de Mayo. Okay.
You know what's weird?
What?
So Cinco falls on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably going to party like Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday is going to be ridiculous because they still have to go to church.
Yep.
So do you think they'll party Sunday night
Yeah.
and then Saturday night
Yeah.
and still go to church?
Yeah.
Whew. All right. This is DadBod. So we do DadBod things. Here is the history of Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is a holiday that celebrates Mexico's victory over the French at the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862. It's not really a popular holiday in Mexico, but in the United States it has become an important way to commemorate Mexican culture and heritage, especially in the Mexican-American populations. Cinco de Mayo is sometimes confused with El Dia de la Independencia, okay, hold on. Before we go any further, I'm already bad at English, so you guys cannot imagine how terrible this is going to be. I want to apologize for every person out there, but I am whiter than this piece of paper. And you guys will hear it.
It made sense to me.
Okay, good. Or Independence Day, which is celebrated in September. El Dia de la Independencia is celebrated on September 15th and 16th in Mexico, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua. It's also frequently celebrated by Mexican Americans and coincides with Hispanic Heritage Month, September 15th to October 15th. Why do they get a month that starts in the middle of the month? That's 2 months.
Yeah.
It's weird. In Mexico, Cinco de Mayo is only celebrated in the city of Puebla, where the battle was fought and won. Puebla happens to be the city that I spent a year living in. Oh, wait. No, that's the author.
Tell me more.
Yeah. Oh, God. What a historical... Nope. There are many ways that you can learn about Mexican-American heritage and celebrate Cinco de Mayo with the help from the library. Okay, well... There you go.
Or your library.
Go to your local library and look up Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
You guys, if you don't know what Cinco de Mayo is by now, where have you been? You living
Yep.
under a rock? I didn't even cite that guy's article or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Oh, shit. Shall we move on then?
Yep.
All right. All the things. I got a list of Cinco de Mayo shit. Ready?
Yep.
Here are some factoids. Cinco de Mayo isn't Mexicans' Independence Day. I literally just read that.
Yep.
Mexicans don't call it Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo translates to the 5th of May, which is when the holiday is celebrated in Mexico, where it originated. However, that's not actually what the folks call it there. Instead, the holiday's official name is El Dia de la Batalla de Puebla, which translates to the Day of the Battle of Puebla in English.
Yep.
Okay. The Mexican army beat unbelievable odds. The Mexican army was largely outnumbered and poorly supplied with only outdated guns, yet as few as 2,000 Mexican soldiers, some of whom hid behind tall cactus plants, defeated 6,000 French soldiers during the battle, which lasted from daybreak to early evening. The Mexicans' ragtag army intercepted a superior French army in Puebla as they attempted... Am I saying that right? Yeah. As they attempted to make their way to Mexico City, forcing the French to retreat. The French were forced to wait for reinforcements, which took almost a year to arrive. Wow. The general was honored in a super special way. This guy that I'm not even going to try was the Mexican general who led the army that defeated the French on May 5th in 1862. He was born in what's now someplace in Texas, and he was only 33 years old when he led his troops to victory. Later that same year, President Juarez decreed changing the name of the city of Puebla to Puebla de Los Angeles to Puebla de that guy's name in his honor. He also made the day a national holiday. Families in California partied first. A few weeks after the battle, American and Latinos in California heard of the valiant efforts of the Mexican soldiers through newspaper reports. Residents in the state were so excited that they celebrated with parades and people dressed in Civil War uniforms. FDR helped commercialize Cinco de Mayo. Although it was celebrated in the United States just weeks after the battle, Cinco de Mayo didn't gain traction in the U.S. until 1933. That's when President Franklin D. Roosevelt helped create the Good Neighbor policy, which aimed to establish positive exchanges and relationships with our Latin American neighbors. Mexico celebrates the military on May 5th, while Cinco de Mayo is celebrated with tons of food, drinks, and partying in the United States. Mexicans take a slightly different approach. Cinco de Mayo is a minor holiday in Mexico, which is primarily celebrated in Puebla. In addition to food and drinks, locals put on a military parade with people dressed as French and Mexican soldiers, cheer on brightly colored floats, and reenact the battle on its original site. I was wondering if there was like a battle reenactments. Kids get the day off. Did you know that?
No.
That's cool. The United States took everything up a notch. While Cinco de Mayo is largely a regional holiday in Mexico, mostly celebrated in Puebla, the United States holds coast-to-coast celebrations. This is especially true in cities with large Mexican-American population, like Chicago, Los Angeles, San Antonio, and Ybor.
Really?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Ybor does.
Yeah. Americans eat millions of avocados on May 5th. Since Americans eat plenty of guacamole on Cinco de... Okay. Most festive Mexican foods enjoyed in the U.S. aren't actually Mexican. Did you know that 1 in 10 restaurants in the U.S. serves Mexican food? Cinco de Mayo is a perfect day for these eateries to join in the celebration. But what many Americans think of as Mexican cuisine, ground beef tacos, nachos, and burritos, is actually Tex-Mex, like a uniquely Mexican culinary blend of popularized Texas food inspired by Texas-type people. And now the last thing is you might hear a mariachi band. A mariachi band is a traditional Mexican folk music ensemble that typically includes a lineup of specific instruments, including a violin, guitar, trumpet, some 15th century stringed instrument, and a bass guitar. The mariachi bands originate in the 18th century and are steeped in revolutionary history, making them the perfect musical accompaniment to the celebration of Cinco de Mayo. I have some people that are in mariachi bands, but as I realized we're going through this, we're not going to know any of these.
Right.
So what's the point? All right, I'll read one. Pedro Infante. Yeah? A symbol of Mexican golden age cinema and true national icon, Pedro Infante's heartwarming voice and acting prowess went hand in hand with the romanticism of mariachi music. Throughout his storied career, he became one of the most beloved singers and actors of his time, with unforgettable performances in films like, oh God, Nostras Las Probes, El Pepe El Toro. The timeless charm and emotion that Infante brought to the mariachi genre solidified his place among the all-time greats.
Beautiful.
He was a guy. All right, Brian.
Yep.
Talk to me about Cinco de Mayo working in the bar. Is there more or less drinking than St. Patty's Day?
I would say close to the same.
Yeah.
Cinco's kind of, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But no, St. Patty's Day still wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's still heavy.
But you're selling a lot more Corona on Cinco de Mayo, aren't
Right.
you? Like that's almost all you're selling.
Tequila, Corona. Yep. Dos Equis.
Do you have any Cinco de Mayo stories that stick out?
Yes. Yes. When I had Red Star open, I had a guy pass out completely. Right? Like Mexican hat on the bar.
Yes.
Like it looked like we were running a cantina. And it was just this white boy, like, it's like I had to lift up his hat and be like, hey, hombre,
Ese.
amigo, wakey, fucking wakey. And he woke up, like, so I just handed him his tab and I'm like, time to go. And immediately, right when I woke him up and handed him his tab,
Oh no!
puked all over the bar. Yep. I remember that one.
Ugh. Jeez.
Yep.
Come on, people.
Yeah, it was
Do
rough.
better. Okay, how about some songs?
Yeah.
All right. El Noa Noa by Juan Gabriel. You might hear somewhere. Amor a la Mexicana. Perendera El Rey. Clavado en un bar. Mexico Lindo. Mexico en la piel. All right. How about some movies? I can say movies.
On the movies.
All right, here we go. Coco came out in 2017. You should watch that on Cinco de Mayo. The Book of Life came out in 2014. You should watch that in Cinco de Mayo. Desperado came out in 1995. You should watch.
Such a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Former musician and gunslinger El Mariachi arrives at a small Mexican border town after being away for a long time. His past quickly catches up with him, and he soon gets entangled with the local drug kingpin Bucho and his gang. Guess how much that shit made?
What was the cost?
I don't know.
Oh, 300 million.
25.63 million. But back in the 90s, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yep.
That was a good one.
That was also the same cast.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's a sort of kind of sequel. Hitman El Mariachi becomes involved in international espionage.
Yep.
The same character. Born in East LA from 1987.
Yep.
Tortilla Soup from 2001. The Shallows from 2016. And A Walk in the Clouds from 1995. Those are the top 10 movies you should see on Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, man. So, listen, you can't really talk about the future of Cinco de Mayo because it's Cinco fucking de Mayo.
Right.
And you can't really talk about I talked about movies already. We did that already.
Yep.
So I guess it's time to move on to segments.
Sounds good.
Great. All right, let me see. I just need to push these buttons here. And I hope we got it. So we're moving on to segments. And the first segment is, Jesus. We got a phone call. All right, hang on. Let's see who's on the phone. Buenos dias. This is DadBod.
God damn it!
Satan. Why do you always call us when we're recording, bro?
Can you guys quiet the fuck down?
What's the problem? You don't like our sombreros and our mariachis and our...
No.
Why not? You love fucking Cinco de Mayo, Satan.
No, that's bullshit.
Do you like anything about Cinco de Mayo?
I like a tequila.
Well, listen, hey, actually, I'm glad you called.
What?
I'm gonna text you something.
Okay.
I need you to read it on DadBod. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. So here, I'm gonna text it to you. And you should get it in a little bit, and then whenever you get it, if you could just do your best, because I just botched like the whole first half of this show with my Spanish speaking. So I'm hoping that maybe you can.
Listen, I got a lot of Spanish people down here.
Oh, okay.
I've learned my Spanish.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Me encanta este podcast. Estos dos imbéciles son mis mejores amigos y no puedo imaginar la vida sin ellos. Ofrecido eliminación y encuestamiento y ambos tienen polos realmente enormes.
Thank you, Satan. Do you know what you said?
I think I said you guys did a good job.
Yeah. I can text you the translation if you want.
Did you fucking dupe me?
No, here you go. I just sent it to you. You want to read the English translation out loud? Satan?
I love this podcast. These two jerks are my best friends, and I can't imagine life without them. They have offered enlightenment and enrichment, and they both have really huge cocks. Fuck you!
We got you, Satan!
Fuck you!
Oh my gosh, Satan, chill out, man. All right?
Your spot is saved with me.
Excellent. All right, listen, I'm gonna let you go. We'll wrap this up soon.
Fuck you.
All right, bye, Satan. Oh shit, that was the wrong button, Brian. All right, hey, Brian, are you back?
Yeah.
All right. I think we're pissing off Satan with our shenanigans, dude.
Well, you got him.
We got him.
That was
We got big cocks.
Yep.
That's what he said. We got we got Satan to say that. All right, shall we move on then?
Yep.
Great. All right, let's see. The next segment we're going to do is Hi Hungry, I'm Dad. Brian, I have a list. Of course I do.
Go for it.
Of fucking dishes, and I want to know how to make some of this shit.
There you go.
All right. Guacamole. How do I make guacamole?
You need super ripe avocados.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
And when you do it, take the knife to the pit, pull it out, scrape it with a spoon from the bottom. Don't try and dig it.
Yeah.
Because everybody like makes a fucking mess out of it, right? Fresh tomatoes, fresh red onion, okay? Garlic, salt, pepper. You can use some crushed red pepper,
Ooh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you want a little kick to it.
Yeah.
But the trick, I'm trying to remember the favorite black pepper, crushed pepper. It's cayenne pepper. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much that's
That's
gold.
it? Yeah. I mean, it sounds good.
Mix and mash like as much as you can,
Mm-hmm.
and you're golden. Yeah, yeah, that's guac,
Okay.
right?
How about salsa?
All right, so similar, okay, but more on the tomato base, of course. But with this one, you need cilantro, rosemary, parsley, tomatoes, super fine red onion, garlic, salt, pepper. That'll basically do it. Yeah.
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 Okay. How about some margaritas?
Got it. Stop buying margarita mix.
Yeah.
All you fucking white people.
Yeah.
Stop.
We use margarita mix at my other job. Yeah.
Dude, it's nothing but heartburn in a fucking bottle.
Yeah, it really is.
So all you need for an actual margarita is tequila, lime, and Grand Marnier. Okay?
What's that?
Grand Marnier is a subsidiary of triple sec. It's more expensive. It's a French triple sec,
Okay.
but it's orange flavored.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, if you do tequila, lime, Grand Marnier, that is literally your margarita.
Yeah. That sounds great. With over ice, of course.
Yep, that's all you
Salted
need.
rim.
All you need.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be messing with that shit.
Don't be messing with the mix.
No roses, lime juice. That shit's just fucking heartburn
Amateurs.
too.
Yeah. Okay. What about tacos? How are you gonna make me some tacos?
All right. So depends on what we're doing. Are we doing like a barbacoa?
I don't know what that is.
So if you're doing any kind of like pork or steak, you have slow roast, like slow cook.
Yeah,
probably for like
yeah.
8
Oh,
hours.
I want pulled pork tacos.
Yep.
With red onions.
Yep.
What kind of sauce? Like a mojo.
Yep.
With cabbage.
Yep.
If I'm doing pulled pork tacos, they got to be soft tacos.
Or like those pickled red onions.
Mm-hmm. Corn tortillas.
Mhm.
Those are street tacos, though.
Yeah.
We're describing street tacos.
Yep.
I also like carne asada tacos. I'm gonna get some fucking tacos when we leave. Oh my god, I want tacos.
So I'm saying, yeah, carne asada, slow cook again.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: the pickled red onions, people underestimate. You can do that in half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Just like thinly slice some red onion and put it in a little jar or container
Yeah.
with your pickle seasoning and call it a day.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
What kind of toppings do you like on your taco?
Honestly, I like. Sometimes I'm feeling gringo, right?
Meat and cheese.
Yeah, like meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato,
Uh-huh. Sour
onion.
cream.
Yep. But then then I have a street taco, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome. You know,
I
with-
want
with
all of the
corn
flavor.
shell.
Yeah. I want all of the pico, the cilantro. Do you
Yep.
like cilantro?
I love
There's
it.
like a percentage of them people that like it's like soap to them.
Yep,
It's crazy.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. I love cilantro. It doesn't love me though. I get real bloated.
Yeah,
Fart all over the place.
nice.
Yeah. Listen. What's for dessert?
All right, so I would go either flan
How do you make flan?
or, well, flan is a slow cooked dish with different cheeses.
Is
Milk
that
and
what it
cheese.
is, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just like snot on a plate. I
But
thought
if you
Juan
cook-
in the back was like,
Give me the wand flan.
yeah.
No, but if you cook it right, then the bottom caramelizes.
Never had it like that. Every time I've ever tried flan, everybody, this is the conversation. You don't like flan? No, I don't like flan. You got to come to X fucking Mexican restaurant with me. I know where the best flan is. All right, let's go. I try the flan. Nah, I don't like it. It's a texture thing.
But if the top caramelizes, then you get like a almost like a sheet of glass.
Yeah, like creme brulee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it should be. So you get that the crunch. All right. So other than that, churros.
Oh yeah, I forgot about churros. Yep.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's like the best Mexican dessert ever.
I have an interesting story about churros. Side note, I was at Busch Gardens with my sister once, and she was holding a churro. She was waiting for me to get off a ride, and a seagull or some fucking bird came down and grabbed it and left.
Yep.
They'll do that shit.
See ya.
Yep.
Or like we were talking about the other day, deep fried ice cream.
Yeah, how do you do that? What's going on there? What are you guys doing? I've had it once. I think I had it once where it was actually like they tried to deep fry it and it was
Right.
amazing.
Yep.
But most of the time when I ordered fry ice cream at a Mexican restaurant, fucking it's just ice cream with a layer of cornflakes wrapped around it.
Right.
What?
Yep.
That's so dumb. And then I'm like, I was thinking about it and I'm like, hold on. Waffle cones are expensive as fuck, aren't they?
Yeah.
I see what's going on here.
Yep.
They need that ice cream cone experience
Yep.
without the ice cream cone price.
Nope.
Oh man. Do you have a local Mexican restaurant that you enjoy eating at home?
So I like Taco Bus
Oh, I don't know if I've ever had them.
because that's right by my house.
Okay.
There's another one called Extreme Taco that just opened by my place
Mhm.
that does like a burrito that's the size of a football
Oh my god.
for
But
like
what-
$12.
How do? You have to split that with a person, right? Like, what are you doing with
No,
it?
that's like lunch and dinner.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like the size of a baby.
People see that and they're like, I can't wait for that to go into me.
All right.
I see that and I'm like, I don't want that coming out of me.
All right. Yep. Yep. It's about to be vicious.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna look like a Jackson Pollock painting when I'm done.
Yep. But yeah, I love Mexican food.
Me too. What else do I love about Mexicans? Their work ethic.
Landscaping.
Landscaping. Well, that's it. Oh my gosh. Let's move on before we get ourselves into trouble. All right. Coming up next, Darmy, we have a very special jams. Oh wait, it's yams and yellies.
Yep.
Soft Y, soft J.
Oh, yummy yelly.
We made some yam and yelly.
Sounds delicious.
I know. Anyways, please enjoy our rendition of a really terrible trumpet player and an excellent ukulele player playing La Cucaracha.
Cucaracha, la cucaracha. Yo no puedo caminar. Tiene pequeña falta. Una para mirar. Tiene my penis grande. And I want some more salsa. And in the cielo, you are a chulo. Oh, I'm only coming out.
Hey, Brian.
Yo, what's up?
Didn't we order salsa?
Yeah, and some fucking guac, too.
Huh? It's been forever.
Yeah, where's this hombre?
I don't know, but he needs the andale.
Yeah, andale, hombre.
Andale, hombre. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Oh, baby, caminar. Cucaracha, no pique falta. Una pasa a Milan. My penis grande, and you will see me at the grocery store. Being a and it's a salmon. I was getting avocados.
La cucaracha! Brian. Look at Cucaracha. What do you think?
I think that was tight.
You got a picture here. I gave you a little cat picture for some reason.
Kitties.
Yeah. That was tight. I really like your ad-libbed lyrics.
Well, thank you.
It was very cool. Very cool. All right, does that mean it is time to move this on? Brian, we're just at the half-hour mark, but you know what I'm thinking? Here's my thought process.
Yeah.
Last week was such a long episode.
It was.
We didn't even thank Kate for coming on. Thank you so much, Kate, for coming
you,
on last
Kate.
week. We appreciate you sitting here and telling us how we should probably be gay lovers.
Yeah.
And anytime you want to come back and talk to us more, you do so at your own risk, I guess. But no, you guys, if you haven't checked out that last episode, please go do so. Kate was awesome. She was very kind to grace us with her presence. And, you know, it was fun.
Yep.
But it was a long episode, our longest ever.
Yep.
So we're going to do a little shorty to get things, back on an even keel.
Even kilter.
Exactly. And then next week, we got some ideas.
Yep.
So next week should be fun.
Yep.
All right. That means it's time for dad jokes. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
All right. Let's get this. Do you want to go first? Or do you want to go second?
You go first.
Me go first. All right.
Me go.
Me go first. Okay. That, and that. Take this. Hey, Brian.
What's up, dude?
Hey, Brian.
What's up, dude?
Have you heard about the two Mexican firefighters?
No.
Jose and Jose B.
I like it.
Oh, shit. All right, go for it, dude.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, man.
What do you call a Mexican with a lowered car?
I don't know. What?
Carlos.
Bada bam. That's a good one.
All right, let me do one more.
All right, go, wait. Okay, go.
What do you call a Mexican drowning in mayonnaise?
What?
Cinco de Mayo.
Damn it.
Your turn.
Well, my next joke has the same punchline. Should I say it anyways?
Go for it.
All right, I have to try to get this in under a minute. Most people don't know that back in 1912, Hellmann's mayonnaise was manufactured in England. In fact, the Titanic was carrying 12,000 jars of the condiment scheduled for delivery in Juarez, Mexico, which was to be the next port of call for the great ship after its stop in New York. This would have been the largest single shipment of mayonnaise ever delivered to Mexico, but as we know, the great ship did not make it to New York. The ship hit an iceberg and sank, and the cargo was forever lost. The people of Mexico were crazy about mayonnaise and were eagerly awaiting its delivery. They were distraught at its loss. Their anguish was so great that they declared it a national day of mourning, which they still observe to this day. The National Day of Mourning occurs each year on May 5th, and it is known, of course, as Cinco de Mayo.
Yep.
Damn it! Give me that thing!
I like it.
Yeah. You got more?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go.
What do you get when you cross Speedy Gonzalez and a country singer?
I don't know. What?
Arriba McIntyre.
That's good. Oh, my. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
What do you call a Mexican with a rubber toe?
What?
Roberto?
Yes. That one's good. Classic.
Yep.
What do you call two Mexicans playing basketball?
I don't know. What?
One-on-one.
Oh. There you go. Ready?
Yep.
Hey, Brian. What did the Mexicans say when the house fell on them?
What?
Get off me, Holmes.
I like that. I like that one a lot.
All right, go for it.
Why did the Mexican sign up for Tinder?
I don't know why.
He wanted a one-night stand.
Oh, man. All right, you ready?
Yep.
What do you call a little Mexican?
What?
A paragraph, because he's not quite an essay.
Oh! Me, right? How do little Mexican children cut their pizza?
I don't know. How?
With Little Caesars.
That's a good one. Oh, man. Here you go. Hey, Brian.
Yep.
7 days with no tacos makes 1 week.
Yes, it does. It does indeed. What do you call an old Mexican woman with no legs?
What?
Consuelo.
Oh, man. All right, here you go. Hang on, I got a couple more. Ready? Hey, Brian. What do you call a Mexican leaving a hospital?
What?
Manuel.
Andrew,
Yeah.
why do Mexican men take Xanax?
I don't know why.
For his panic attacks.
Jesus. There you go. This one's terrible. Hey, what do Mexicans and beans have in common?
What?
They both smell like beans.
Touche. Here's my last one.
All right.
Conor McGregor
Uh-huh.
hates Cinco de Mayo.
Why?
It's nothing personal. He just hates Mayweather.
Ah, good. Very good. All right, I got a couple more. Here you go. Ready?
Yep.
Hey, Brian.
Yep.
What's the difference between Jesus and a Mexican?
What?
Jesus doesn't have a tattoo of a Mexican on his arm.
Yeah.
All right, ready? What do you call a Mexican that's run out of gas?
What?
Joaquin.
Yes.
How do you keep a Mexican from stealing?
What?
You keep everything on the top shelf. That's all I got.
I like it.
Oh my gosh, we would just like to apologize for all of the dad jokes that you have heard tonight. But that is it. Does that mean we should move on? Oh my gosh,
Yep.
speeding through. Love it. Oh gosh, that means it's time for our outro. You guys, if you are still listening 40 minutes or so into this, we would just like to say thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We have a lot of fun on DadBod, and I hope we didn't offend anybody. We are just having a laugh.
We're just joking.
If there was a podcast out there that made fun of two doofuses from Wesley Chapel, we would listen to it and subscribe. We would love it. And don't worry, we will eventually get around to offending everybody.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how it works. You guys, I would like to take this opportunity to please ask if you could please hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed what you've heard. If you didn't enjoy what you've heard, fuck off. We don't give a shit.
Yep.
But if you would like to say something to us, you could do so in a couple of different ways. You could do so at daddboddband@gmail.com. That gives you to our email. Or you can leave us a comment on one of the videos. Brian, I checked. We don't have any emails or comments. Nobody loves us this week, so we'll just move on to shout-outs. Do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah. Shout out Jose Cuervo,
Okay. Jose.
the most interesting man in the world from Dos Equis.
Mm-hmm. Okay, those are good.
Juan Pablo,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Taco Bell. That's about it.
What was that dog's name? You remember the dog?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
That was his catch line, but I don't think that was his name.
No, I don't know.
I
Did
don't
he have a
know.
name? It was a Chihuahua.
It was.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy? Probably
dead.
wound up in the tacos. Do you remember that report that was like Taco Bell meat is like 85% filler or whatever?
Grade F.
Yeah. F plus.
Yep.
Click.
Yeah.
Oh God, Brian, we got to get out of here. I said that there's no emails already. If you guys want to, we said all of that. Do you have anything else left to say about Cinco de Mayo?
No.
All right, happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. Please be safe out there. And I have one more thing to say about life. Do you know what it is?
What?
I know what it is. We should do it on 3.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Dads
Dads
rise
up! We'll see everybody Monday at 5. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Bye.
Arriba!